call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So laments Juliet in her Romeo. Names can sometimes seem quite arbitrary to what Juliet seems to be saying. A rose is still a rose, whether you call it that or not. The issue for Shakespeare's star-crossed lovers suffered from rival families, the Capulets and the Montagues. And so if Romeo had a different last name, then there wouldn't be a problem. Juliet asks Romeo to forsake his name and his family so they can be together. And he does. He tells her, I take thee at thy word, call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo. Shakespeare knew about the importance of names. Otherwise there would have been any tragedy for Romeo and Juliet. Shakespeare may have even been familiar with that first proverb we read today. A good name is more desirable than great riches. Or in Shakespeare's contemporary King James, the good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. Romeo and Juliet say, in effect, what's in a name? Who cares about a name? It's more important that we're together than what our names are. Yet this proverb makes a slightly different comparison that a good name is more important than money. And not simply talking about simply your name, like John or Jane, it's talking also about your reputation. Some newer translations don't even use the word name. They say a good reputation is better than wealth. Your good name, your good reputation is more important than your financial status. A good name, a good reputation takes years to build up and to earn. It implies integrity, honesty, responsibility. It can't be bought. That's why it's more important than money. A good name is more important. Why? Names play a significant role in our world. There's the obvious in things like language and society, where we have to agree to recall this perennial shrub that has large showy flowers with prickly thorns. We call it a rose. If we don't have agreed on names for things, it makes it a lot harder to communicate. It's part of why we have a common vocabulary, and why you get confused when you travel, even just to other parts of the country. For example, you go out to the Midwest and soda becomes pop. Or you go up to Minnesota and the Dakotas, and at church potluck, you're likely to have hot dishes or casserole. Names can change on you. Or no, names don't change. Sometimes you're the one that's new. When my family moved to Asheboro, North Carolina, my freshman year of high school, I was in marching band, and we were supposed to be at the Old Belts parking lot before a parade. The Belts department store hadn't been there in years. It had moved over to the mall when the mall was built. But everyone still called that parking lot by the Old Belts name. After that, the band teacher started including directions for those of us who didn't know the local names, so that we could still find where we were supposed to go. Names can also show respect or lack thereof. I grew up, my parents insisted on calling adults Mr. and Mrs. with their last name. And it was a process in my early 20s to start even feeling comfortable calling adults by their first name. And so I picked up on the Southern custom of calling elders Mr. and Miss with their first name, so that I feel like I'm still showing respect to generations that came before. And I make sure my children do the same. Names can show a lack of respect. And there are some that are more subtle than outright name calling. I served as a pastor in North Carolina before moving to Maryland, and I remember one of the first conference meetings I went to. The bishop called out the names of each of the district superintendents. At that time, there were 12 total, 9 who were white men, 2 African American men, and 1 white woman. The bishop began Brother Smith, Brother Jones, and so on, until he called a brother by his first name. And it caught my attention. I looked up and it was one of the African American superintendents. The bishop went back to using last names until the next African American superintendent, whom he called by his first name. And he called the one female superintendent by her first name. I don't think the bishop recognized he was doing it. I don't think it was on purpose. But he wasn't consistent in using all last names or all first names. Using last names we know is more formal than familiarity of using someone's first name. It shows more respect. And the names this bishop used, he didn't show as much respect for his superintendents who were African American or female. It was subtle. I don't know if anyone else even picked up on it. But it's part of why names matter, and the role that names play in our society matters. For another example, let's look at our gospel reading this morning. Here, there's a disrespectful name that's transformed. Jesus has taken a break from teaching the crowd and he's entered a house where he tries to keep his presence on the down low, or for another generation on the QT. But a Gentile woman finds out, because her daughter is possessed by a demon and suffering terribly, and so she flings herself at Jesus' feet. And on her knees, she begs Jesus to heal her daughter. Jesus says that the children be fed first, for it's not fair to take the children's food and feed it to the dogs. This story is also found in Matthew's Gospel. And there Jesus is a little clearer. He says, I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel. It's not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs. Jesus was a Jew. He was born a Jew, died a Jew. Other than living in Egypt when he was little, he didn't travel widely. He was sent to Israel. Paul was the one who took on the mantle later, the apostle to the Gentiles, to the non-Jews. And the message spread from there among non-Jewish people. So Jesus tells the woman that the children of Israel be fed first. It's not fair to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs. There's no getting around that he calls her a dog. Some commentaries try to downplay it, some try to explain it away, but it's still there in every translation. Jesus says she's not even human, she's subhuman, on a level below people. That's why that name that rhymes with witch is so horrible. Because it's saying that the other person isn't even a person, but is a dog, a female dog, to be precise. Martin Luther, that great theologian, wrote that this is precisely how God helps us, by killing us to give life, to give us life. That the yes is hidden in the no, which has to come first. God has to break open our false self in order for us to actually hear the yes. I had a seminary professor who wondered if this woman pulled out from Jesus something that even he wasn't fully aware of. Some texts say here that he was surprised by her answer. Does this Gentile woman reveal the truth that Jesus was waiting for? That Jesus will save the Gentiles too. But you know what this woman does? She doesn't get upset, she doesn't get offended, she doesn't argue with Jesus over the name he called her. She just points out the role of dogs. They eat the food that falls from the table. And children are messy eaters. Our dogs hang out by my children's chairs during dinner time, not mine. This Gentile woman takes Jesus' name for her and transforms it to describe her place in the world. Yes, Jesus is Jewish and sent to Israel, but even Gentiles need this bread too. And Jesus is the only one who has it. It was like a couple weeks ago with those wonderful words of life, and Simon Peter asking, Lord, where else would we go? You are the only one who has the words of eternal life. This woman feels the same way. And Jesus tells her that for such a reply, that you may go and the demon has left your daughter. Or in Matthew's Gospel, the other place the story is found, Jesus says, Woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted. She gave her name new meaning. Instead of changing names like Montague and Capulet, names can also be transformed and take on new meaning. Part of how you build and earn that good reputation, that good name. And for we who are Christians, the most important name that we take on is that which happens in our baptism. In Romeo's line, call me but love and I'll be new baptized. Shakespeare showed that he knew what happens in baptism, which is that we're named, or christened, named in Christ. And baptism invokes God's name. And Scripture says, I baptize you in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We're baptized in God's name. In God's full name, you could say, that Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. This is not a name that's earned or built up or transformed, but a name that's freely given to each of us. When Jesus was baptized, God said, you are my beloved Son. And God says the same thing to each of us as well. You are my beloved child. Being baptized, being part of God's family. As if we all have the same last name of Christian. Christian means little Christ. As Christ molds us and shapes us more like him. Christian means we're part of God's family. It means we live life a little differently because we belong to God. Names are important. We're what you call yourself, what you call others. And names can make a difference, both in how you treat the other person and how they respond to you. When my oldest was an infant, and she'd wake up at 3 a.m. crying in the middle of the night, screaming her head off, I picked her up and called her beautiful. She didn't look it, but I intentionally called her beautiful to remind me that she was. Names, like all words, have the power to build up, and they have the power to tear down. This week, pay attention to the names that you use, both for yourself and for others. See what names need to be transformed. Gently correct someone if the name they use for you is disrespectful. And perhaps make a list from that sermon title, Hello, My Name Is, I did with the kids. Fill in the blanks. Or if it's more helpful, so starting with my name is, try hitting the list I am. And go from there. If you're willing to share, please send me a copy because I would love to read it, to learn more about the names you call yourself, the names others call you, who you say you are. A good name is more important than riches. Perhaps that was the Capulets and the Montagues' problem. They were so caught up in their rivalry that both their names were dragged down, which is why Romeo and Juliet didn't even care about their names anymore. Take care with your name. Take care with your reputation. And take care with others too. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.